Hi guys, welcome back to Not Another Budget. I'm Nicole, and on this channel I am budgeting my way out of debt because I've made some pretty poor financial decisions in the past, and it has now come to bite me on the bum at the age of 30. So I'm going to attempt to change pretty much a decade, most of my adult life. All of those really poor financial decisions that you've ever made, I've probably made them. And it's just me and a solo income and the cat, who you can see here. And you will have seen him if you've seen my most recent videos on my channel. He has decided that he needs to just be part of things and make more of an appearance. Now, in December, I am doing something called Budgetmas, and that is one of the videos for today. Budgetmas is 30 days of videos from myself. There'll be a small break on Christmas Day because I'm going to have so much going on that, I want to spend that time with my family. We've got a really large extended family get-together. Someone is just... Hi, it's already stealing all of the attention and all of the limelight. You may see his face today, but before we get distracted by cats, let's get into what today's video. Now, today's video is a Happy Mail and a budgeting haul. Now, we know I can't say that word very well, so please don't laugh at me, because I feel like I have to accentuate the ools, and that's not correct at all. I would just say haul, and then people get confused. But anyway, whilst I stop rambling, this was all purchased in November. Now, when I received the news about my job, and obviously you share it with people, I had some family members, want to give me presents basically in the form of money, and I put that towards some of the budgeting supplies that you can see here. Towards the end, I did top up some of it with my own personal spending money, and it was done with the view of, at the time I was forming ideas in my head about what I wanted to do next year with regards to my money and how I was going to organise it, and what I would and wouldn't really be prioritising as spending. So I wanted to just get this out of the way now. Now, not everything is here. A couple of things have been caught up in the Royal Mail postage strikes that we are experiencing over here in the UK. But I kind of need to film this now so I can actually then go ahead and start using the supplies for things to make sense. At the minute, I have a real roughly formed, more of a defined formed, I would say, idea of what I'm going to be filming when and what's going to be released and what I need. So actually, I really need to just get this done and filmed. We're going to film around the cat, as we have done for the past two videos, and we're going to see how we get on. Now, all of the supplies from a store or from a certain brand, I am not affiliated with or sponsored by, but if you are interested in the product, I will link that down below if you feel that you would find it useful. I won't receive any reimbursement. It's just purely me passing on the knowledge to yourself. And with regards to any of the Happy Mail products that have come from Etsy, if I cannot find the exact listing because it's, say, gone out of stock or been discontinued, if I can't find the listing, I will list the seller's shop, and I will do that as well. So there will either be for Etsy, the seller plus the product listing link itself, or just the seller's link. All of that is going to be down in the description box below. And once again, I won't receive any partnership or sponsorship, or, I don't get a cut for anything. But if you do find things in here useful, and you are interested in them, all of that information will be down below for you there. Now, there's a rough order to this, I think. No, there's not actually, because I'm slightly out of order, but we'll get there. Now, the first thing I'm going to be doing is to try and stem the need, in inverted commas, for Happy Mail. I've actually transitioned a lot of my savings challenges that I have purchased over to laminated, and that is basically, as much as I want to have and almost hold for some time, and keep a record of that finished challenge, if it's a colouring in one or a puzzle one or anything like that, I can't afford to continually buy them. So I have invested, I spent the grand sum of £4 from the works for these permanent marker pens. It's a pack of 20. I don't know whether this is going to be a case of, you get what you pay for, which is not great quality, and equally I may be pleasantly surprised. But this was £4 from the works. If I can find the set listing on the website, I will put this down below. But I thought for a pack of permanent marker pens that I'm going to only be using to fill in savings challenges as and when there is a need to, I thought you can't really go wrong with that. As much as I love like officially branded Sharpie stuff because they really are proven, I couldn't justify them with everything else I was buying at this time, so I'm just going to move that out of the way. And then we come to just a pack of pastel highlighters. I like the slimmer ones. I don't like the big fat ones that you get normally. These are from Wilko's. There is a multi-offer, I believe, on their stationery, so it was something like 3 for 2. So I needed some generic pens at the time as well that weren't specifically budgeting, but I think these were either £1 or £1.50. You'd need to have a look. I don't think I can find these on the website, but Wilko's slim highlighters, I think they do pastel and neon as well. Now, I'm going to just very quickly go out of order a little bit just to retrieve the Happy Mail, because there's other things that I kind of want to show in a certain order. A couple of fun little things that I found. I mean, I love a Percy Pig. Percy Pigs are, for any of my non-UK viewers, they are like jellied fruity sweets that you get from Marks and Spencer's or from M&S, and this is a little like coin tin. You can obviously pull the lid off and it's got little Percy Piggy, but it's a Percy Piggy bank, and I just thought this was just a little bit of fun. It was going to be a stocking filler for myself, and then I just went, no, I know exactly, like, okay, hi Cat's bum. Oh, he doesn't like, he's rejecting the Percy Piggy bank. You're so beautiful. Anyway, so this was just a little bit of fun. This was £4.50, although I did get some staff discount off of that because the job I have left that I'm no longer working at was a franchisee of M&S and a brand partner of M&S, so we had M&S staff discount, which was very lovely. It made my cupboard look far more exclusive and expensive than it actually was. So at retail price is £4.50 for a Percy Piggy bank. I actually got a couple of younger cousins this as well for like a little Christmas stocking filler, along with a couple of like little kiddie savings challenges and stuff. Because I thought, actually, do you know what, that's a really good, like, inadvertently a good budgeting present. Well done, M&S. And I get to have the Percy pennies as well. And then I found in B&M's, because I went back looking for, those of you who've seen me when I've been like working on my coins and stuff, you'll have seen obviously like the jars with the little hole in the top, like, you know, the rainy day fund. I did go looking for them again, see if I could get another one, and I couldn't find any in there. It may just be like it was out of stock because of Christmas, but I did find this, which is a glass bottle with a cork lid. And I was like, actually, you know what, that diameter is large enough. That circumference even is large enough for, you know, a nice little penny pot here, and like I'll probably like get a Sharpie or some form of like vinyl lettering maybe once I decide what type of coin's going to go in here. But I thought, actually, let's just give this a try. It was £2.50, so I did only buy one. We're going to see if it works or not, but I don't know. It's just something a little bit unusual, and I really want to like have things that, you know, are work and are useful. It may just be that like I wash out some jars and get a Sharpie and write on them, and that's far better for me. So I'm very glad that I didn't commit to like a full set of these, but £2.50 for one of these. If that is something that you find useful and interesting, head on over to B&M's if you have a B&M's near you. Just going to have a quick sip of my coffee. We have a Lord of the Rings themed mug today with Gandalf on there. Two Towers, I think is, oh, see, now we're going to potentially, like, slight segue, guys, best sequel of all time. It's either going to be Empire Strikes Back, The Two Towers, or The Godfather Part 2, and I flip between the three depending on what mood I'm in, but they equally could be tied for or take first spot at any point. If you have a favourite sequel, let me know down in the comments below as just a little, like, segue, sideway thing. But yeah, Lord of the Rings and Star Wars just have my heart. If I could have, like, Lord of the Rings and Star Wars budgeting stuff, the entire setup would change completely. But we don't. And if there were any official things, I'm sure they would be horrendously expensive. But getting back on track, because this is a bit more of a fun video, and the cat is obviously sitting on things. I'm just going to show you what the cat is currently doing. So let me just rearrange slightly. He's currently staring over the edge, which is the heater, contemplating life. I have a very dramatic cat. Right, let's go on to Happy Mail, because we're 10 minutes in now. Now, I decided to go with some old favourites and then also some newer sellers as well. Now, I'd already gone through all of my existing savings challenges, and I will actually do a full kind of overview of what savings challenges I actually have, because I think that would be quite interesting. Just to kind of see like my savings challenge catalogue maybe when I set up my binders. But so once again, because I am learning how to edit, if I am technically savvy enough by the time this episode comes out of Budgetmas, you may even see the seller atted down below appearing on screen right now. If that's not happened, then I've not done it, and I'm sorry. But first we come to a shop that I have purchased from on at least 2 or 3 other occasions. This is Budget with Zoe. Now, she sent through a little freebie, which is a penny saved is a penny earned. And then each of the orders that you do, she sends through a little sticker for the loyalty cards, and then once you fill them in, you can get an exclusive discount from her, which is really nice to do. I like the idea that like small independent sellers can offer things like loyalty schemes, especially through Etsy. Now, the challenge I went with was, I think it was something, it's either called, I think it's like the housing payments challenge. You can either buy these as individuals or you can buy the whole pack as I've done, and you can have it for either your mortgage or for your rent. And the whole idea is that you would obviously save a certain amount towards either a year's or a month's worth to try and put yourself a month ahead. So I've gone with a month's ahead on the rent payment, which means that each house for me means that I need to save £31. I've gone for a year's worth on the electric and for the gas, which means that I would have to save £30 each, because mine comes in pretty even. My council tax for a year means that each one of these is £67, and then for my water bill it's £17. So the whole savings challenge set is 5 savings challenges there, and I will link that down below for you. I went with laminated because again, once you know I've saved, I will continue to try and build that buffer. Some of these I'm going to go into a little bit more detail about what and when I'm going to save, and how they're going to appear in a separate video, because otherwise this one really will run for a long time. And yeah, so I'm just going to do like a brief overview of what I have now, and then we're going to go into it in more detail in another video, just to give it the time it deserves. So now we come to a seller I hadn't bought from before. This is Budget with D, and her stuff was beautifully packaged. And this is a 6-month savings challenge. So you save £300, and everything I went for, I tried to go for things that were not excessively, 4 figures plus, because I'm not yet at that point where that either feels achievable or I believe it is achievable. And I think that's the crucial thing, is I am at the point where I need like small, really quick, relatively instant gratification savings challenges to kind of get me going on them. So £300. She had loads of different designs, but I really loved kind of the pastel-y, marbly effect on each of those, and also everything felt really achievable. We have obviously a little thank you card there as well, and a really cute little tracker, which was just a little freebie. So that is Budget with D. And then we have another new seller that I'm trying. This is Frugal Cottage Designs. We get a little kind of postcard with that one there, and a nice little thank you note on the back, which is personalised, so I won't show you that one. And I went with a 20p challenge, where you have overall, you end up saving £10. I'll use pencil on this one because I did just go with a paper one, and you will see in a very quick upcoming video, not only is it part of Budgetmas, but it's also to, when I'm sorting out all of my small change and my coins and stuff, you'll see why I have gone with ones like these. But this is a 20p challenge, and once you filled all of these in, you save £10, and that is Frugal Cottage Designs. Every seller that I've bought from, even the ones that haven't arrived yet, I've had a fantastic experience with, and I would absolutely recommend going again and buying from. And when the rest of the items do arrive, I will obviously show that in a separate video, or if it's just a quick one, I'll just show that as part of another one as well. Another returning seller I've returned to now is Budget with Shah. This is her 6 months till Christmas challenge, where each icon is 25 and you save 300 overall. And then her little freebie was collect all of the presents to save 100. I am going to be savings challenging pretty much from, hopefully the end of December for Christmas next year. And I've already pre-selected which challenges I am going to be using. I've got a mix and match. Some of them are smaller and larger. This is one of the larger ones. I could have selected £600 as well, but 6 months for the 600 for this design, I felt like 300 was a little bit more achievable. And that is very much like the aim of the game here. It's, do I feel it's achievable, and can I get going with it? But Budget with Shah was, again, a seller that I've purchased from before. This is fully laminated, and she's got loads of other products as well, which I really highly recommend you go and check out as well. So everything, again, will be in the description box below. Now, this is a seller that I've been coveting, but it didn't feel like the right time to get from her, and then I didn't know what I wanted, but I was loving all of the products that she put out, and in the end I just went, okay, if I'm hopefully not going to buy any savings challenges next year, unless I've been gifted birthday money or anything like that. Any money that I am kind of saving for myself, I don't want it to go towards savings challenges, and that is unless things change in my life. So I thought, actually, you know what, now's the time to buy things. So she sent through a mini savings challenge here, and then I went with the little luxury savings challenge, and I've already pre-filled in the total earn and the total circle that it's worth, because I think in the next 18 months I'm at the point of going to need to replace a lot of tech. In November, quick segue, I did spend money to put in a new RAM and a new hard drive on my laptop, because and I installed that myself. I have the technical know-how to do that. And that was in the hope of actually extending the lifespan on that device for hopefully another 2 to 3 years if I can manage it. It's already 4 years old, and we know that laptops and electronics do like to misbehave once they get to a certain age. The iPad finally died a shattered death. It did literally shatter, and the black screen of doom appeared. So I am now down an iPad, and I have hopefully stemmed the tide on my phone by upgrading it to a mid-range model. So I am conscious that in the next 18 to 24 months things are going to start to need replacing, that are pretty much crucial to me, and I want to be able to buy that outright. I'm not comfortable having a phone on contract. I've not had a phone on contract now for 5 years. I was very happy not having one. So I want to, when that 2-year period is up, be in the position to be able to buy a device of my choice outright, and also to replace and upgrade my laptop outright as well. So this is a savings challenge which we're not going to get to straight away. I have other priorities which you've either heard me speak about or we'll get to. But yeah, I've pre-filled this in, and this is by the Aesthetic Budget, and she's just really lovely. Her stuff's really, really calming. If you don't tend to, I can go either way. I can either gravitate towards really bold and bright, or actually I need a little bit of like muted, calm, pastels. I can go either way really. And so yeah, the Aesthetic Budget, if you do gravitate towards the minimalism and the calming, then I highly recommend her. Simple Budgets, the lovely Sarah at Simple Budgets, or Simple Budget Store, should I say, on Etsy, and she is Simple Budgets on YouTube. And I've got many things from her. You will have seen that over the years, over the videos. I've not been doing this years. Oh my goodness. I just adore her shop. So first of all, we have her collaboration with the Budgeting Bear, who is a shop that I haven't yet bought from, and that's for no other reason than I just haven't yet bought from. I think her products are excellent, especially the ones that are geared towards working with children. I think that like financial education, particularly in this country, and working with kids, like get on that as soon as you can. She makes it really, really fun. She knows what she's doing in terms of design, and she did a collaboration with Sarah at Simple Budget Store for a free freebie savings challenge. So we have the Beast and Conquer freebie where you save £53, and then you have the Sparkle of Joy, which is, you would obviously, you know, go and fill in all of these as well. Her little thank you card, she always sends stickers, so these are the stickers I got. Anything is possible if you've got enough nerve, and that is a JK Rowling quote, and then the little rainbow there. She then has her standard freebie, which is the You're a Diamond self-care mini bonus challenge, and then I ordered a larger 20p challenge. So rather than each one just being 20p, as you can see there, you increase by 20 pence each time to save a total of £99.20. We'll be revisiting this one in more detail along with some of the others in a separate video. Now, this one is from the Creative Budget store. Again, it's another supplier that I'd not bought from before, that I'll hold my hands up and say I wasn't even aware of. This was someone who, one of the Etsy, you know, as you've bought this, you may like this thing. And I was blown away by her store. I'm really intrigued to see if she adds any more products next year, because I think like she's going to grow really well. I'm going to link everything down below, but even just the packaging and the care, just really fun and different. You know, you get a little thank you for the order. These are all of the socials. So it's the Creative Budget shop, and then variations there, Creative Budgets, designs, etc., Creative Budget shop. So please go over and check them out. I really was impressed with their product offering. And I went with laminated for both. I went with a Christmas savings challenge, and this one is personalized. And then it is time, guys. I need to start dealing with the weight, because as my debt increased, so did my weight. I don't know if there's a correlation there. There probably is if I were to look into it in a huge amount of detail. But basically you can select either £1, £2 or £5. For every pound lost, you would then put in the total amount lost when you weigh in, be that weekly, bi-weekly or whatever. And that is how much you would save. I need to put a financial element on my weight loss, I think, otherwise I'm just not going to attempt to try. And if it ties in with what I'm already doing with my money, hopefully that will help. You can hear me going like, it's got to help. Yeah, I cannot persist as I have been, I'm afraid. It is time. 2023 is when stuff gets done, and replace stuff with a certain four-worded expletive, and you'll know the theme of next year. But I got these two, really impressed with the quality, delivered relatively quickly, and the packaging was excellent. So this is by the Creative Budgets on Creative Budget shop on Etsy, Creative Budgets design on Instagram. So please go over and check them out if you do like them. I was really impressed with her offering, and I can't wait to see what she does next year. And I'm just going to have another sip of coffee. And finally, in terms of the Happy Mail, we come to the brilliant Abundant Budgets. Now, I have ordered both of these savings challenges before. It is her Christmas Wishes Save 100 Scratch and Save, and it is the One Calendar Moon Scratch and Save. And I think that this is easily one of the most aesthetically pleasing savings challenges I have ever come across. It's utterly beautiful. It's the moon and the sparkles and the marble, which is everything I gravitate to in my life. And to be honest, I've said it before, like, I don't even want to scratch them because they're so pretty, but I kind of want to see what's underneath as well. And I've had to purposefully, she is on YouTube, like, she's really gone through the ringer health-wise recently, and she's made amazing progress with her savings challenges, but I have had to stop watching when she scratches them off because I don't want to see. So this is Abundant Budgets. I adore these challenges. I almost just, like, if I had the money, or if I were able to find the money, I'd probably just buy just to have, because I think it's wonderful, and just not scratch and save them, but I will. I will link these listings down in the shop below. She did restock them recently. She may have sold through over Black Friday, I'm not sure, but keep an eye because she does restock relatively quickly. That's my phone again, guys. Sorry about that. I am waiting on a phone call. Now, quick coffee. And running out of space cause cat. Come on. Thank you. Now, I will be shaking up my binder setup, and this was something that I came across in passing. These two items here from WH Smith's, and this is what I had to spend my spending money on, because I had already gone ahead and proceeded with the product that is just hiding underneath these. I was in town, I was waiting for a work shift, walked into, I think I was like to get a bottle of water. I was in there for nothing important. And then I saw these, and then I had oh my goodness, I need these in my life. Then I had to walk out because I went, no, I'm being impulsive, and went, did my work shift, could not stop thinking about them, spoke to a friend about them, and went back and said yes. And the reason why I had to go back and really think was because although these were on buy one get one half price, it was my own spending money that I'd be spending. They were $16.99 each. The offer meant that I paid $25.98. They are actually organisers. However, because they are A6 size and they are ring bound and they are detachable, I can use these for other things, and I will use these for other things. In fact, some of the stickers are quite useful as well. Then I can put savings challenges and long-term envelopes in here. They were just very, very different, and they were colours and designs, and it was completely like coveting. And we're just going to pause for the train. I coveted these in a way that I have not coveted things for quite a while, and I was extremely conscious of that. So we have the navy and the gold peacock design there, and we have the rose gold, and I think this is like either a grey or a blue, I can't quite tell. Binders, so I will be doing a binder swap over at some point. You guys will be seeing that. And yeah, that completely, when you see what I have next, you will see why I coveted them, because they completely complemented what I had designed and created and placed an order for. But these were like the last thing that I saw. I'd already bought my savings challenges, the Percy piggy bank, the stationery. I'd got everything. I was like done. And then I saw these and went, oh no, this is a problem. So I have 2 additional binders that we will be playing with and coming back to in more detail in the future while we get to this last thing. Okay, this is the big one, and I'm going to move some things out of the way so that there is actually space. So just bear with for 2 ticks. Yeah, you sit down there on the floor. Now, you'll have seen that pretty much from day one on this channel, I started working with budgeting sheets of my own design. I really quickly established that some of the things in the pre-existing, pre-purchased ones that you could buy online, that they would not suit my usage in the same way. And that is completely fine. And I knew that the way my brain works, that I'd needed different information. And I was and am still very adamant that anything I create and produce will not be going out for sale. There are enough, as we have seen in this very video alone, enough fantastic stores on Etsy and elsewhere that will give you everything you need if you want to buy something that is budgeting based. So go and support those people instead. But this was something that I was umming and ahhing about. You'll have seen where I've run off like sheets off my printer. It was just not equipped at home. And when I'd printed like a 6 months budgeting planner, and half of them were unusable because it's a cheap printer. It was not there set up to do that, but I'd spent money on cartridges, I'd spent money on paper. And in the end, I just went, some of this money that I'm given, I'm going to pay to get my planner built. From Canva, which was where I designed it all. So we've gone with black ring bound. This is a quarterly budget planner, and there is an acetate cover, and I'm going to take you through bit by bit. Now I'm hoping I can go wider. I don't think I can. Okay. We're going to take you through page by page. This is what I'm going to be working off relatively soon. And this is covering the period of January, February and March, because whilst I can sit there with all of the will in the world in New Year's Eve and go, these are my New Year's resolutions, I'm going to get everything done this year, I'm going to be amazing and stick to these goals and intentions, I can't. to all of like the, the Instagram influencers who can do that, and you know, great for you. I can't do that at all. I need to break it down literally into quarters and chunks and chunk my way through it. Otherwise I'll get to September and be like, oh yeah, I was meant to lose weight this year. Damn. Oh, Christmas is around the corner, why bother? Which is what happened this year. So let's take you through my budget planner. Now we've got the acetate cover, which I did pay extra for, and I paid for 160 GSM paper. The total cost for this was £40. And the only thing that I will order next year, which is why this is excluding Happy Mail, because I will order and design another one for Q2 around my birthday and do that as a birthday present, either for myself or I'll say to a family member, can you pay for this for me, please? Kat, what are you doing? Yeah, go that way. That way. That way. Yeah, you can do it. Brilliant. Okay, wonderful. Right. So this was £40 and this is my budget planner. So we have the front page and then we have the internal cover page there. We have my overall year's intentions, which is the 2023 page, which we can see here, all of the things I'm going to try and focus on. We then have my savings plans, and this is with regards to savings challenges, i.e. my Christmas category, I'm going to save £300, for example. We've then got the self-care challenge. That's really, and not in a heavily marketized self-care, wellness, go on a spa retreat thing. It's really like, I need to really look after myself this coming year. I haven't easily for the past 3, so I can't even blame it as a result of like the pandemic. I have not been looking after myself, and it has impacted almost every aspect of my life now, and it's really time to nip it in the bud. So just little things here just to keep me gravitating and coming back to. So we have a self-care challenge, and then we have a decluttering challenge, because I'm really bad at hanging on to things that no longer serve me. I've discussed this a little bit before, and it's going to be dealt with next year. So hang on, let me turn the phone down actually, because half of those is useless information. So we've got a decluttering challenge to keep me focused, and then tying into this we're going to have my weight loss tracker. So I'm literally going to do the weigh-in on New Year's Day, and this is where we're going to start. We're going to work with measurements, and I'm going to work with body proportions as well, because of my background I have an awareness of how that, you know, works within weight and weight management and body management and stuff. And then we have my quarterly intentions. So this is linking where I'm expanding the goals section that I have previously, included that you've seen on my budgeting sheets. We have physical, spiritual, mental, relational, professional, financial, and travel and recreational. So we have my intentions, and then we revisit them at the end of the quarter. We have January's cover page, we have the monthly planner spread, which you've seen me use, and then we have my normal layout, and I've gone with a 5 lots of these for a 5-week month basically, and 2 pages of expense trackers for that week. If I am exceeding 2 pages of expense trackers per week, there is a problem somewhere. So this is all of the design for January, just going quickly through these. Now, if I ever want to do scrap copies or anything like that, I can obviously, of course, print out a separate page and work off those and have this as the final thing. We then have my spending tracker, which is things like my overall spent on food that month, fuel, cat, household, my spending money, clothing, Happy Mail, for example, like all of that. I'm going to keep a running summary there so I can monitor that month on month. And then how much I've paid off towards debt and how my debt is looking. And then how my savings are looking as well. So we have a debt and a savings, both very similar spreads. And then at the end of the month, what progress have I made? We come to February, lots of rose and lots of gold and things like that. The flaked marble, very much keeping with the... I mean, I don't have a romantic partner. I don't need a romantic partner. I'm completely fine, just me and the cat, to be honest. I am not looking. But, you know, self-love and self-care and loving the people that are in your life, I think is still important, regardless of it being a heavily commercialised holiday. So that is what we have there. And then we come to March, which is my birthday month. So we have lots of greens and growth and new life and things like that. And again, still working on a 5-week month, still with 2 pages of expense trackers. Yep. For you there. And then we also still have the spending tracker, debt tracker, savings tracker, and then the weight as well. And then the thing at the back, we have the quarterly summary. So then we look at what my intentions were at the start of the quarter and have I actually achieved them. So it's kind of drawing information that I'd set, carrying it forward, and then this information will then be used to carry forward into the next quarterly booklet that I do, which I'll be going through and designing in the evenings as a nice little creative project for myself. And then probably I would say the most standard pages that are less kind of elaborate and designed, we have the total debt repayment tracker and the quarterly savings tracker. And again, that's taking information from each of the months previously, pulling it all together here for both debt and savings, and then that will be used to inform going forward. And we then have a back page and the acetate cover for the back. So this is not going to be for sale anywhere. This is just purely for my usage. You know, if you want a budgeting planner, either go away and do what I've done and create your own, or there are some fantastic ones out there. I know Budget with Ira has just released a line of budgeting binders / planners. He's got debt specific ones, he's got savings challenge ones. I know Abundant Budgets has got her workbook, Fuchsia Budget Life, Rainbow Budget Designs. They've all, like, there are so many people creating amazing budget planners out there that if you do want to buy one and you don't want to create your own, like, please go and give those sellers attention and time instead. Like, I didn't come into budgeting with the intention of creating products. I need something that I'm not going to monetize, basically. The curse of being creative is that you see opportunities to make money out of everything you do, and I just need this for me, because if it turns into a money-making opportunity, I'm going to lose track of the overall goal of why I'm here, which is not to sell you things, it's to actually budget my way out of debt. So this is the big, and I'll be honest, this was big, guys. This was the big budgeting spend, the big budgeting haul, all of the organisers and the savings challenges and my little tins like this. I just had to sit down middle of November when everything else was going on in my life and be like, right, I can't have another year like the one I have for a multitude of reasons, financially, health-wise, weight-wise, mental health-wise. So whatever you need to spend now to get sorted, to get on track to do for next year, so you don't spend it next year, just do it. And then thankfully I had some very generous family want to, you know, not reward, they wanted to congratulate the achievement of me basically achieving a job and getting a job that I never thought I would get in my entire life. I'm going to talk about that more separately, because even just things like, you know, the job I was doing, what I was getting paid, the hours I was doing, I want to talk about that and how different it is to my new job and my salary and how I'm intending to budget that salary really early on. So thank you so much for watching. The cat has left us, which I'm a little bit relieved about. It's a bit awkward trying to like work around cats, guys, I will be honest. But he's quite happy. He's now under the heater on a blanket. So far superior than being above a heater. Thanks so much for sticking around for another long one as well. I did know that when I saw how much I had to go through, even if I was the most concise possible, which let's face it, I'm not, it was going to be here for a while. So this is a, like, stick the kettle on, or stick the coffee machine on and just, you know, add these to your wish list. Which is what I do when most people do Happy Mail hauls. But yeah, I am now going to love you and leave you because I'm going to go away and try and work out how to edit this because I am filming ahead for Budgetmas. Yay, Budgetmas! Thank you so much for watching and for all of the love you've shown my videos. If you are doing Budgetmas as well, please let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to let me know which you think is the best sequel of all time. Like I said, you know, I have my 3 choices, and They vary every single day. And but before I get distracted, I'm going to love you and leave you and see you in the next one. Bye bye.